Planned outages are the heartbeat of industrial maintenance. Windows of opportunity where every second counts. For a major facility, replacing a massive kiln section during a 10-day outage was critical. But the initial plan, a 600-ton crane parked across the plant's main access road, threatened to grind everything to a halt. With over 1,200 contractors relying on that road during peak outage season, shutting it down wasn't just inconvenient, it was costly. The plant needed the kiln out and a new one in fast. But they also needed a smarter way to keep the outage on track. That's when they called Barnhart. The team deployed laser scanning technology, capturing precise 3D models of the site, down to every pipe, beam, and clearance. This data was the backbone of their plan.
Once Barnhart was asked to perform a feasibility study to determine how we were going to perform this work, we needed to make sure we were obtaining the valuable site dimensions and information that we needed in order to come up with a solid plan.
The scan revealed a maze of constraints, an operating kiln nearby, less than an inch of clearance in spots, and that vital access road. The 600-ton crane? It would have blocked everything, delaying every contractor on site. Instead, Barnhart engineered a custom solution: lift tables, Goldhofer trailers, a slide track system, and their proprietary synchronous movement system, SMS. The lift tables, unique hydraulic platforms created by Barnhart with a 50,000-pound capacity, can extend over 20 feet, offering unmatched precision and side shift adjustments for tight maneuvering. This arsenal kept the footprint small, the road open, and the outage humming. Execution demanded precision on a razor's edge. The kiln section, hundreds of tons, had to slide past an active kiln and squeeze through clearances tighter than an inch, all while 1,200 contractors worked around them. Barnhart's Goldhofer trailers, with hydraulic height adjustments, danced through the obstacles, while the SMS synchronized the lift tables to keep the load perfectly level.
So the biggest challenge maneuvering within tight clearances, from my perspective, was the amount of contractors on site. Peak outage, they had around 1,200 contractors, all concentrated into the back area where we pretty much were working.
The SMS wasn't just about precision, it was about safety. By monitoring and adjusting the load in real time, it ensured no table took on too much strain, reducing risk every step of the way. But there was another hurdle: the unknown. The kiln's weight and center of gravity weren't fully documented, turning every lift into a calculated gamble.
The unknown weight and the center of gravity issue was basically managed by the use of our hydraulic gauges that we put on our pull-up jack system. So when the customer cut free the kiln section, we were able to actually record the true weight of what the piece was. We had an engineer on standby who was able to perform the calculations while we were on site real time to make sure we knew the exact weight.
With weights verified and SMS keeping it steady, Barnhart turned uncertainty into control. Then, nature threw a curveball: an unplanned flooding event mid-project, submerging the work area in 2 feet of potentially hazardous water. Safety came first, always, so Barnhart called an all-stop to protect the crew.
So at that time, we called an all-stop to our project manager, basically letting them know that, because of the potentially hazardous materials that could be in the water, could be detrimental to some of our employees' health. We wanted to make sure that we were taking care of our guys.
The customer cleared the water in a shift, but the clock didn't stop. To recover, Barnhart ramped up, 6-man crews working 2 12-hour shifts around the clock. They didn't just catch up, they pulled ahead, beating the original 10-day schedule by a day. When the dust settled, Barnhart hadn't just met the deadline, they redefined what was possible.
So our approach saved customer time and money, mostly because instead of the 600-ton blocking the main road into the plant, our equipment was localized to the actual kiln section. That allowed contractors access in and out of the vital portions of the plant, reducing the schedule time on most of the other contractors' scope of work.
Laser scanning mapped the path. The SMS ensured safety and precision. Goldhofer trailers conquered tight spaces. and relentless adaptability turned setbacks into victories. This wasn't just a job done, it was a job done right, leaving the facility with a smarter way forward.
The customer was very pleased with the work that we performed on site. They were extremely impressed with the innovation and ingenuity of our cool tools and how we were able to overcome some of the obstructions.
A complex job, a critical solution, a commitment to excellence that goes beyond the expected. This is Barnhart at its best.